Hi, welcome back to my channel. I thought I would make a video to show you what planners I use on a daily basis. So I'm just moving them out of the way so I can go through them one at a time. Trying to make sure nothing topples over. The first one that I use is this Traveler's Notebook. It's a Webster's Pages Traveler's Notebook. I'll show you how I started with Traveler's Notebooks since they're right here. This was my first Traveler's Notebook that I got from Amazon. I love the distressed look of the leather. I keep this for my handwriting practice. So you see like lowercase, uppercase, and practice. So this I just use because I'm trying to write neater in my planners. So this was my very first Traveler's Notebook before I started planning. Then I had this cover for my Webster's Pages. I still have a few things I should take out of here, like this pen loop and so forth. That was my first Traveler's Notebook cover, second Traveler's Notebook cover. And then for 2021, I bought this. I think I got it from the website, but the website does not have a lot of covers right now. Something happened, I guess, with the pandemic that stock went down. I have no idea. All I know is I grabbed this, and this one, I have a lot of inserts in it. Some that I made, like I made this insert, I made this insert, heck, I made this insert. But I'm really honestly only really using this perpetual blank calendar that I got from Etsy. And one of the things that I love that I use every day is this. This is kind of like a piano page holder. So like if I'm working on my Traveler's Notebook, I take this cat and I go like that and it keeps it open. So whether I'm in bed or I'm here at my desk, I use this all the time. I still have an extra one of these. So if anybody ever wants one that uses a Traveler's Notebook, let me know. Because I think I have an extra one in here. Maybe I'll keep it. Who knows? When I do my handwriting. But I do have another one. So then I keep some post-it notes, whatever you want to call, in the back. And what I basically use this for is when I need to write book reviews and make book review videos, but I also jot down what I'm reading each day. And that's what obviously I didn't write down much that week, but I'm trying to write down what I'm reading on a daily basis. And these particular sheets here, they're just because I made a bunch of videos and wrote a bunch of reviews, and everything is not yet published on my channel. And I even think there are some things that are not yet published on my blog. So I just have these various notes here to keep myself in mind of what I'm doing. And then I try to make notes for what's happening every day in that week. So we're up to today. Let me see if I can bring this down so you can see a little bit better. We're up to today, October 2nd, and I uploaded my daughter's mistake. Yesterday, on the 30th, that was my most recent review, was Love, Comment, Subscribe, which was a blog tour. But I do believe that I wrote 2 or 3 other book reviews. I should have written them in here. But I do use this every single day, probably several times a day. So that's my Traveler's Notebook. Now I'm going to show you my least used planners. This is my mini, which is really adorable. I'm just not getting much use out of it. So if we pull up to today, you'll see that the only thing I have for last week was to call Mamby because I didn't get one of my orders. And then I have a couple of notes here So this, I've got to make more use of this, but I had to get it. And this is an 18-month planner, so this will go all the way till July, I believe, June 30th of 2022. So I've got to make more use of this planner, but like I said, I'm showing you my least used planners up to my most frequently used planners. My next least used planner, I'm dropping stuff over there, is a transformer planner. Now we're going to raise it now that I showed you the Traveler's Notebook. I'm sorry for that. This is a transformer planner for my guided journals. So if we look here, you'll see gratitude, you'll see positivity, and you'll see wellness. These are guided journals from Happy Planner that came out, I think, in 2019, and they would be very useful if I would use them. So, like, for example, for gratitude, it's things I'm loving this week. One area I'd like to grow in, little things that bring me joy, simple ways to be kinder to others, intention for this week, feelings, today's low moment, and daily gratitude. And then if I look at the positivity one, I'm determined to start writing in these every day. This week's mantra, what you can do to love others this week. Write 2 I am statements that make you feel encouraged. What things make you happiest? 3 things that I want to accomplish this week. Over here is what is the best thing that happened today? Write down things that you love about yourself. 1 thing that you can do today to be connected to joy. Something that made me smile today. So this would really be instrumental. And then I have a third guided journal that I'm not... Now this one I think I was having a rough day. So I did do a little writing, but this is wellness. So let's go to something that I haven't written in. Here it says, how do I feel today? What am I proud of? 1 thing that inspired me today. What self-care activities make me feel happy and refreshed? List today's small victories. Here is, oh, okay, so this repeats itself. So this would, I would get more. This is only a 1 page. The other ones were 2 pages each. So again, I'm showing you my least used planners. Okay, we're trying to get my, there we go. My least used planners, but I keep them with me because I am determined to get use out of them. Okay, my next planner, and again we're going in order of least used, is this is only least used because I'm not finished putting it together, but I will definitely be getting much more use of this. Let's go to, I've got, this here is going to be what I use to work on my planner activities or video things. So I did put some pages there. Project goals, I put those pages there. But from here, I'm going to take these out for a moment. I have note sheets. Okay, so from here, I have the DMC. I got this from, I think, Jen, DP Addiction Adventures book. And this is the DMC codes. Either I got this from there or I got it from Gems Flow. I'm not sure. But it tells you all the DMC symbols and colors, numbers and colors. But this is what I want to show you. Here is a sheet from the Diamond Painting Guide and Logbook, and I will link that in my description below. This is a sheet that I printed. Of course, I bought the book on Amazon. I bought the digital version of the book. I printed this, and I made sheets that fill up this planner. And as you can see, I'm trying to track all of my diamond paintings. So this is essentially a diamond painting planner. I say it's least used because I still have all of these diamond paintings to log. I just have to catch up with myself. I just have to take a few hours and finish. But I did get quite a few in there, so I'm working on it. So when this is complete, then I just have to add as I buy things from Happy Planner or Dreamer Designs or Treasure Studios Art. And I think there's a showcase one that I want of a panther. So I will add to this on a consecutive basis after I'm caught up. But this is I guess what you say a work in progress. This just happens to be the cover that I have. I'm not married to this cover, so it could easily change. Now, the next 3 planners, okay. The next, I had to think about that for a second. The next 3 planners are not so much least used any longer. They're just different planners that I'm using daily. This is my catch-all planner. So I took out the previous months and I just have from September through December. That's all I have in here, because to my right, I don't want to move my camera because then I have to put it back. But to my right, like over here, I have my 2022 planners. So when I was coordinating my planners, I put September through December. Now I want to tell you something. Back in 2019 and early 2020, I bought everything I needed for planners for that year. You see shadows because it is currently 4:20 in the morning. Okay, anyway, I bought all the planners and all the accessories and all the sticker books, and then I stopped using them. I went into a really bad depression at the end of last year, so I never continued to use my planners. Well, I made a goal on September 1st to use my planners every day of the month of September. That goal was carried into the Traveler's Notebook that I showed you and the next few planners that I'm going to show you. So that's why this begins in September and not any prior months. Guess what? I met my goal. So I just have here short things in there, like looks like I have an appointment there. My therapy appointments are here. I have videos that I want to make on these days, and I have my Sezzle and Afterpay payments written down. For October, I carried in my Afterpay and Sezzle payment dates, and like we have a Planner Monday coming up on October 25th. I can't read my own, 24-hour something. I can't read my own handwriting. So here we have the Shadow Lounge monthly readathon that begins on the 8th, which is in a week. So I'm utilizing this, and I'm really glad about that. Nothing yet. Oh, I do have something here written for the first week of November, and then December is still blank. Over here, a friend of mine made this sheet, which this should probably be moved into the guided planner, that the guided transformer planner. But if I were to utilize this sheet, it would be very helpful, and I just would have to like highlight the weather, the day, and the way that I do this, I'm just gonna grab a highlighter. If I were to do this, all I would do is say, for example, today is October 2nd, and I don't know what the weather's going to be yet, because like I said, it's not even 4:30 in the morning. And then I would write things that I have to do today, appointments to do, goals, positive thoughts, my meds, did I take them in the morning, at night, my blood sugar levels. I have reactive hypoglycemia, so I do test my blood sugar regularly every single day. As a matter of fact, I depend a lot on these because I suffer from very low blood sugar. My blood pressure and heart rate, that's pretty important, but I'm not really consistent with it. My pain levels, my weight and my steps. My weight I only do every Sunday. My steps I should write every day. And then I don't really eat much because of my esophagus and other things. So, and my water intake and my mood. So, like I said, these sheets should be moved. I printed up maybe 100 of these, so, and I printed them up on 30-pound paper, so it's a durable paper, so I'm just not using them the way that I should. Here's budget. We're gonna like go past that. It's a budget folder. This here was, I bought an address book off Etsy for 99 cents, and this week notes came free. So I printed one of these, and I'm not sure if I'm going to use it, but this is what they say. I like that it says lecture notes, so I was thinking of using these for my theocratic, my Sunday meetings, and then more notes. So that's what this is. It's just something that I printed to see if I might want to utilize it. And then here I have more budget stuff, so I'm going to go past that. Then I have, this is from a pad, a block pad, and then it also has the punches, and it's a top priorities and things of that nature. I have some of those sheets in here, and then I have blank happy notes in here. And at the end of this, every now and again I get handouts from my therapist, and so certain handouts we talk about on a consistent basis, so I have put these in here and labeled those. And last but not least, there's some handouts that I got from him that I have not put hole punched in, but we still talk about these, so that's, these handouts from him are in the back. So this is my catch-all planner. As you can see, it has a lot of stuff in it. Move this highlighter out the way. Okay, what's next? Let's look at my newest planner. I made this just yesterday. Literally, I was sitting here diamond painting, and I had like a flash of an idea or what have you. I just had this fabulous idea. So I made a planner, and then I turned around and made it into a transformer planner an hour later. The reason I made this planner is, the first thing is I put book cover images for books that I am going to be reading. Now I have a bookish planner that I'm going to be showing you in a few moments, but there's a method to my madness as to why these book covers are here. Whoops, my wire wants to be kinky, so let's try to, okay, there we go. So these book covers are some of the books that I will read during the month of October. I think I have about 55 or so books here, book covers here, and I read about 50 to 55 books a month. So no doubt I will get all of these read, and as the months go in, as the weeks go by, I will most likely be adding. Now you see this is blank, and I'll show you why in a few minutes. There was something there, but it's a book I already started, and I'll show you that when I get to it. So why did I make this planner? Well, the first thing, oh, by the way, these are the books that I read in September. I read 55 books in September, so I'm going to print this collage and start putting this in this new planner that I created. Just like I said, I created this on the fly yesterday. In my bookish planner, which I will get to, if I'm reading a book, I will jot certain notes down, because I most of the time don't write book reviews until days, if not weeks later. So these are just book summaries. This is something I got on Etsy. Some of these reviews are written. I didn't like the 4, so I edited the document. I made it a PDF, and I edited it, and I made it into 3 instead of 4. So this is where we are now. I read A Lady in Attendance. That was the last book. I am reading Sherlock Holmes, and I will show you those because they happen to be right here. I'm currently I'm reading volumes 1 and 2. On Goodreads, it has it for 1,730 something pages, which is exactly what they come up to. So I just read A Study in Scarlet yesterday. Wait a minute. Am I in the right order? Yeah, volume 1. Yes, I read A Study in Scarlet already. Okay, so sometime later I will start the Sign of 4, and I'll show you how that schedule is in just a few moments. Get those out the way. So that would be here technically, but it's not. And then, like, for example, I just started Pieces of Her by Karen Slaughter. The daughter's name is Andrea, and I would make notes. So I literally just started that a little while ago. And then I have some happy notes here. Oh no, here are books from Forever that I ordered. So I just got Orphan House. So somewhere in here is, it should be in here, but I don't see it. So these are books, print books that the publisher will be sending me. Some more project sheets are here, and some random notes are here. And then here is my Sherlock Holmes reading schedule. So I read this morning, or yesterday morning, I read A Study in Scarlet Part 1, and I fell asleep earlier, and when I woke up around midnight, I listened / read, because I have it on Audible, but I'm also going along with the print book, A Study in Scarlet Part 2. So I wrote October 1st because I finished it about 2 a.m. And then today, October 2nd, I will read the first part of The Sign of 4. And then it's, so this is scheduled to go every day through October 31st. I am doing reading challenges, and I want to count these Sherlock Holmes books in those reading challenges. And the reading challenge, I think, ends on the 25th. So my plan is to be 2 to 3 days ahead, so that by the time the reading challenge in particular that I plan on counting this book for is done, I'll be done. So I'll be done ahead of the group, and the group is Doorstoppers Are Us that I'm reading that with. And I did write down that I read A Study in Scarlet Part 1, but let me just make a note, 10:1 to 10:2, I did Part 2. And then, further purpose as to why I made this planner is I do challenges every month, and I wrote down all the challenges and all of the prompts, like Playbookers. These are the prompts for a book involving crime. It was A Body at the Altar by D. McDonald. So I wrote that there. And then Reading Rivalry. These are the prompts. Again, A Body at the Altar would fit for that prompt, murder mystery. And then another challenge is Litwits, which the group I'm in is Ogre, and it's from my TBR. Again, I was able to put that there, Body at the Altar. For Bookish Brawlers, there's this is October and November, so there's 40 prompts altogether, and that Body of the Altar fit prompt number 13. And then Literary Fight Club, I didn't have anything that fit here for the 2 books that I read. I did read A Lady in Attendance. I don't know where I'm going to put that book. It might go under freebies, so I've got that. Then I joined A Court of Books and Roses. I have not added anything. These are the prompts. It came up to 2 pages. I should number these. I think I will go back and number them. So I have read 2 books already in October. I know today's only October 2nd, but I've already read 2 books. I will find out where they fit. If they don't fit in any of these prompts, what I didn't write down is freebies, because what I will do is do that 1, 2, 3, 4 / for 5. So I'll jot down the freebies here. And then almost the last one is Fiction Feud Society. I'm on Team Typhoon. I didn't get this far, so I don't know if either of the 2 books that I've read will fit there. And last minute, about 1 a.m. this morning, just a few hours ago, I decided to join the Book It List hard tag. So I don't know what's going to fit there because, like I said, this is a very last minute decision to join that one. Then when I was in the process of setting those up, I thought, oh, I need more pages. So I added in another set of folders and created this one because I want to do my add-ons. Now, Bloomberry Girls, I think that comes out April of 2022, but I want to read that early. I want to read How to Marry Keanu Reeves, which I happen to have right here. This comes out November 2nd, so I want to get this one read. Now, I guess I could write that down because I remember the date. I also want to read The 100 Years of Lena and Margot and Whatever Happened to Baby Jane for a horror prompt for several challenges. So I thought, when I thought about those add-ons, I thought, let me put some happy notes in here. And I don't know how far I'm going to use this, but that's why I added this, because this won't fit with the challenges, and that's why I created the transformer. And as I mentioned, I stuck the book covers. This was a flash of an idea. I got about 11 or 12 last night, where I can take them off of this because this is like, stick up, plastic or whatever. And then when I read the book, I can go put it in my bookish planner. So I was constantly shuffling through these book covers, and now they're in here, and I'm really ecstatic about that. So this is a planner, like I said, that I just made. And then the last planner I'll show you is pretty much my most heavily used planner, and this is my bookish planner. Now, yes, I just showed you a bunch of bookish stuff, but this is so full that I needed to make that transformer planner. I can't keep adding to this because we're only in October, November, December, and it's already so full. So I had to create the other planner. So this is my bookish planner. It's a horizontal planner, and I'll just show you what I mean when I say horizontal. Is let's find a blank page. Horizontal simply just means the layout is in this manner. So for the bookish planner, I was looking for this. I need this. I didn't know where I put that. Okay, so I have some stickers in here that I use. Obviously, I have these Post-it strips that I have a purpose for those Post-it strips, and I may show you what that purpose is for. These are little Post-its. I don't know why it came off, but let me put that back. And my favorite books of 2021 are, so far I have 12. This takes me through August. I really don't have a strong favorite that would be a favorite book of the year for September yet. I'm still thinking on that, and if I do decide to choose, I do have 4 books that are favorites for September, but I don't know if they'll be considered favorite books of the year. But these are the 12 books so far that I have. And then starting in January, I have the book covers for every day of every week that I read for the entire year, and it's a little sticky because of the photo paper, but it's not damaged. So that's what this is, and it begins in January and it goes all the way through where we are today, September. This is my messy handwriting, which is why I showed you the Traveler's Notebook, so that you can see that I need to improve on my handwriting. But these were scheduled blog tours, and if I highlighted them, that means I finished. Now, I was supposed to do a George Mackenzie series promo on the 30th, but I never got any information on it, so therefore it's not highlighted. This is highlighted, but the pen ink had not dried yet, so it looks like it's crossed out, but it wasn't meant to be that way. These stickers here are for a book group that I have to respond to, and because I haven't done it yet, I did not put anything on that group for this week, and I won't until I catch up on that. And then these are the books that I read in September, and I will display this in a separate video at a later date. So these are all the books that I read in September, and this brings me to September 30th, which was Thursday. I'm losing track of time because today is Saturday. And today is now October 2nd. So yesterday, October 1st, I read A Body at the Altar, A Lady in Attendance. Now, I am doing a diamond painting event, but I'm not dedicating as much time to it this month as I did last month because I just want to read. So I read these two books, and then I read Sherlock Holmes book 1 and A Study in Scarlet part 1 and part 2. And as I mentioned a little while ago, I started Karen Slaughter's book, Study in Scarlet. Now you would think that I would put the blank book covers in this planner, but I don't have room for them. You see, because I'm already utilizing these covers. So that's why they're in that other planner. And so this brings me, like I said, to today, October 2nd. This is a 656-page book, so I most likely will not read anything else today, Saturday, October 2nd, because not only am I reading that, but as I mentioned, the next book I am reading in the Sherlock Holmes is The Sign of 4. So I will make a note once I read this first half of A Sign of 4. I will be jotting that down there, and then we'll see what I will read on Sunday. And that just brings me to the end of that last week of September, which bled into October. And these are the challenges that I showed you in the other planner that I had pre-decided to join in. And then I'm just looking for a black pen. Well, I'll just use this right now. Remember I said I decided to join the bucket list at, I've never used it, so there is a tip. There's a protective thing on there, so let me just, okay. So the bucket list, okay, so it's never been used before. Anyway, the bucket list, like I said, was a last minute decision. So what I did is, these are the challenges I wanted to join in on, and as I was assigned a team, then I wrote it down. And like I said, that for the end, when I get to the end of October, I probably won't write that in here, but we'll see. So as we move into this month, love, comment, subscribe, blog blitz. Nope, didn't get any materials, so I didn't do it. That's why it's not highlighted. My daughter's mistake, yes, that went live at 4 a.m., so that gets highlighted. And then this one is highlighted because it's already ready. These are already ready. This one isn't ready. Love, comment, subscribe. I've written it, but it's not final, so therefore it's not highlighted. I just said I would do a cover reveal for Kara Wire. It's A Life for a Life, so that is next week. And then whatever else I've got scheduled for October. And then as we get into the horizontal portion of the weekly planner, this begins Monday, October 4th, which is technically week 1 in October. What you have over here is technically week 5 in September. It's just not this one, that's week 4. This is week 5 in September, which carries until October 3rd. Yes, I'm very literal. So this week, once I get to this point, I will decorate this planner in a plan with me video, and then I would go forward. And this I have scheduled, I have up until December, and then I have my 2022 planners over there. And I don't know what that note is. But yeah, so I've got some December stuff written down already. I still have more December things to write down, but I do have some December things written down. And then over here, I just have some Post-it notes that won't stay in here, so I have them in a pocket. And this doesn't want to stay in here either. And some stickers. And that's it. And my pen loop thingy. So those are all of the planners that I'm using for 2021 as of, like I said, September, since I decided to make that a goal to be using my planners for the month of September. And there you have them. And I get my mini planner, which I've got to use more. I have to make more use of my guided journals, and of course I'm using this. And that's it. Long video, but I hope you watched it to the end. I want to thank you for your time and hope that you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.